Hello! Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make one of my favorite weight loss friendly lunches that's super yummy, crunchy, has lots of textures, and tastes amazing, and is all of the colors. So today we're going to be making some lettuce wraps, and let's get started. So grab yourself a nice fresh head of washed lettuce, and then I'm going to do a bunch of different veggies inside. So first of all, I'm going to start off by chopping some veggies. I have a bag of veggies in the fridge that needs to be eaten. This is my pound of vegetables from a different day that I didn't eat in here. I ate it somewhere else. I like to eat a pound of vegetables a day. Just keeps me fit, makes weight loss very easy. I'm gonna be making kind of like a minced filling to put inside my lettuce boats. And I also have some other lettuce in here, which I'll probably just cut up and put inside. All right, so I got my veggies here, and I'm just gonna start cutting these into really, really small bite-sized pieces. And then I'm gonna put them in this bowl and just kind of like mix them all together because it's a little bit easier than doing it all individually. So like I said, you want them really, really fine. Like you want them small, small pieces, because then you're just gonna get a little bit of everything in a bite and it's gonna taste better than just getting like a big hunk of pepper in your lettuce wrap. All right, now I got some celery that once again, I'm also gonna chop up super, super fine. So I'm just gonna cut it into small little strips and then cut it into squares from there. We're basically just making like a tiny chopped salad, and then we're gonna put it inside of lettuce leaves just because it makes it more fun and it kind of feels like you're eating a taco, and it's just a different experience than your everyday salad. So it's, you know, good to change it up every now and then. Now I'm gonna just go in with some cucumber. I have like a few cucumber pieces here that I'm gonna use. One super, super important thing if you're trying to lose weight is bulking out all of your meals with as many vegetables as possible. Vegetables are quite literally the lowest calorie density food on the entire planet. And so if you eat a lot of vegetables, all of your meals are just gonna be extremely weight loss friendly and the weight will literally fall off. I struggled to lose weight for probably like 6-7 years and was super unsuccessful. I thought I ate super healthy. I would work out like crazy and then just fall back into the same routine of losing a little bit, gaining it back, losing a little, gaining it back. But since then, and since adopting principles of calorie density, I've been able to lose 25 pounds and keep it off, which was unheard of for me. I've never, ever been able to do that in my life. So it's a huge success. And yeah, I would definitely recommend if you are on a weight loss journey, look into calorie density. If you guys want a video on that, I can try and explain it as best I can. I can definitely make a video on that. But eating in terms of calorie density is the best method for losing weight on the planet. And incorporating a lot of starches like potatoes and even whole grains are super, super good for weight loss and keeping you full. Potatoes are the highest satiety food for calories on the entire planet. So eating lots of potatoes, lots of non-starchy veg are the two pillars for building really, really good weight loss meals. Next up, I'm gonna put 1 yellow bell pepper in there as well. Okay, so like I said, I eat a pound of vegetables every day, and this entire bowl right here, like sure it's a bigger bowl, but this entire bowl of just some vegetables is at least a pound, probably more, probably like 1.25 pounds or something. So it's really, really easy to get a pound in every day, even though it sounds like it might be a lot. It's really not as much as you think. And this entire pound of vegetables or so is probably only around like 150 calories ish, give or take, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. And so like this is quite a lot of food. So if you were to have this and then like a baked potato on the side, that entire meal is gonna be like 400 calories and it's gonna be a lot of volume and actually keep you pretty full for a lot longer than you might think. Okay, so we have our kind of veggie bulk. Now what we're gonna do is make some sort of sauce and mix some vegetables with some creamy fat element, just to make it taste a little bit better and not be so dry with just vegetables. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take half of this avocado. And the reason I'm only doing half of an avocado is because I also have this homemade tahini dressing that's quite low calorie, by the way. So if you want the recipe for a good creamy nutty dressing, this is bomb. This is the best dressing I've ever made in my entire life. So I'm gonna put a little bit on there too. So I don't wanna go too crazy with the fats and the more calorie dense foods. So I'm just gonna do half of an avocado this time. But if I was just doing an avocado based dressing, then I would do like an entire avocado. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but we're gonna put some other things in there to bulk it out. And then like I said, I'm gonna put some of my tahini dressing in there after. I'm gonna go in with about half of a lime, maybe a little more because I have this partially squeezed quarter. So I'm gonna put both of these in there for now. that was a lot of lime. Oh, it just keeps on going. Okay. These sharp muscles. It's from squeezing all these limes. Now I'm gonna be doing a lot of cilantro. One of my favorite sauces in the entire world right now has been an avocado lime cilantro. Cilantro lime anything has been my recent food obsession. So I'm gonna throw like a lot of cilantro in there. If you guys don't like cilantro, definitely don't use it. But if you do, I would highly recommend it because it's necessary. And when I say a lot, like, I mean like a good, going with a good little handful of it. I mean more if you like it even more than me. So I'm gonna chop this super fine. All right, once you have all that chopped up, dump your cilantro into your bowl. A good amount of lime down here, it's a little bit watery. And then our cilantro, we're just gonna mix this all together. So you want this to be strong and heavy on the lime and cilantro because this is a very herby sauce. It's not like a guacamole. It's more like chutney vibes in terms of there's lots of herbs in there. Not that this is a chutney, but you know, like that. Okay. I also made these radish sprouts and these things are quite potent. They're really strong and really spicy. They're actually not my favorite. So I'm gonna add just a little bit to my sauce because they're really good for you. Microgreens or sprouts of any kind are the most nutrient dense food on the entire planet. So definitely where possible, use your sprouts because they're insanely good for you. They're a living food and they are super yummy. I like to use alfalfa sprouts primarily or like a broccoli sprout or a pea sprout, but our alfalfa sprouts have been sliming on us a lot recently. And so I think our seeds are just really old, so we're gonna get some new ones. So for now, I'm using these red radish sprouts just for a little bit of color. Next up, I'm gonna do a few banana peppers. This has been one of my, there we go. They're so good. They taste like a sweet chili. Like when you eat that sweet chili sauce, like this sauce, we have this sauce in our fridge and I try to really not eat this because it's not great for you. 15 grams of sugar per 2 tablespoons. So like not a health sauce. So I feel like for me personally, this is a really good replacement because it gives the essence of this, but it's a much better health swap. There's like basically no calories in this, but it has that sweet chili flavor to it. So I like to use these. If you're trying to do some weight loss, using a lot of herbs and pickled things go really well in sauces without adding all of the calories. Final thing, we got our banana peppers in there. It's looking so fresh and colorful. Oh my goodness. The colors of real living foods are just amazing. I think this is 100% what humans are supposed to eat. Just look at that. Oh, amazing. Okay, so these are our components of our lettuce wraps. You cannot tell me these don't look amazing. Oh, one thing I forgot, a tomato. We have this super red, amazing looking tomato. And I'm gonna put that into our avocado sauce as well. Here's our last component. Gonna mix all these tomatoes in. And so even though we just started with that tiny little half of an avocado, look at how it just coats everything. And it makes actually like quite a lot of sauce and majority of that is vegetables. So vegetables are the way. They are the only way. I'm gonna add just a little bit of flaky salt to this, just to give it a little bit more pop. Now we are gonna start assembling. So I'm gonna mix together all of our vegetables here. Oh, and I forgot, last but not least, sweet potato. I like to bake up a huge batch of sweet potatoes just whenever, and I have like a starch source. So I just keep this bag in the fridge and then I'll just pull a couple out. Sometimes I'll just make like a salad for lunch or whatever. And then these are just really good to have. And I can just throw a couple of these in my lunch because these are gonna lead to more satiety. Whereas like the salad is really good bulk, but you're gonna need something that makes you feel a little bit more full. And potatoes are the best food in the entire world to do that. So I kind of have like these 4 smaller pieces of potatoes and I'm gonna slice these into strips and then put them in my lettuce wraps as well. And lastly, I have a pomegranate. This is gonna be our garnish and it's gonna give a really nice sweet pop to all of these more savory, acidic flavors that I have going on. So I'm gonna cut this, and a trick to cutting your pomegranate actually is cut the top in like a pentagon pattern, pull the top off like that, and then once you're in it, you can see there's white strips go here, here, over here, and you're gonna make a cut all the way down that side, and then find the next one. So the next white piece comes in right here, and you're just gonna cut down where all of those sections are, like the membranes of an orange, and then it's gonna come apart super easily. Here is all of my elements, and I got my lettuce, and now I'm just gonna start assembling them in my bowl. So take a lettuce leaf. I'm gonna start with sweet potato. So I'm just gonna line like a couple down the middle here. Put in as much of my chopped veggies as this leaf can hold. And get a good scoop or two of that avocado mixture. Sprinkle some pomegranate seeds over top. And look at that. All right, first lettuce bow done. I'm just gonna plop that in my container like that and make my next one. All right, this is what they're looking like so far. Let's just get more pomegranate. This is gonna give it that really, really nice sweet crunch. And boom, look at that. A crazy, crazy nutritious, super, super nutrient dense meal for work the next day. And I'm gonna eat this at work. I don't care. Last but not least, we're gonna grab a little bit of this homemade tahini and just drizzle it over the top. With that tahini dressing, there are our salad cups. Even though these are for work tomorrow, I can't help myself, and I'm gonna try one. Looks so good. That is so good. And the pomegranate seeds give it that really nice sweet hit. That is incredible. You have to try this. This is probably one of the best lunches you could possibly bring to work. This is amazing. Go make this. If you are trying to improve your health in any way, if you're trying to lose weight in any way, the last 10 pounds, a bunch of pounds, doesn't matter what it is, vegetables are your biggest cheat code in the entire world, because you can eat so much food, feel super full and satisfied for the entire day, especially if you have a big appetite. I'm more of a volume eater, and so I'm just not gonna feel satisfied unless I have a lot of food. Some days I don't have the appetite for a lot, but some days I do. I went and I did a huge cross-country ski in the mountains yesterday, so my appetite's a little bit higher. But for this entire meal right here that I'm gonna eat for work tomorrow, and just for a size reference, what I have these pomegranate seeds in is like the normal size of a bowl that we'd have at home. Look at the size comparison. This is what we bring cookies to church in to feed everybody at church. And so this is quite a hefty bowl. And I did like a rough little estimate. I don't personally track calories on a day-to-day basis, but this entire bowl's worth of food right here is about 400 calories, maybe 450, but it's definitely well under 500 calories, and it's quite a lot of food. So if you are struggling to lose weight, vegetables are your biggest cheat code in the entire world. It tastes amazing. It's so flavorful. It looks so good. The colors are amazing. But yeah, overall, you're gonna feel amazing when you eat it. So don't even worry about the calories. If you are eating mass amounts of vegetables, and if you're starting your meals with vegetables and building your meals around it, you never have to track calories, because all of these foods are very, very low in calorie density. And so they're gonna keep you full, and they are gonna keep you satisfied, and they taste amazing. So eat your vegetables. Have a wonderful day. Go try this recipe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.